like that. I'm going to mix it a little wetter so it flows a little better, but it's going to be more of the same for a little bit. Alright, we got that filled up, and I'm going to start cleaning stuff up and wrap the rest of the concrete up. And I'll probably just put it on time lapse while we hustle around. Alright, starting to rain up here. That's all wrapped up. Concrete's wrapped. That's wrapped up to stay warm. I'll come up and strip that next week probably. Concrete mixer is wrapped up. I'm gonna put something on top of that tarp and pack the wagon up and go home. All right, I forgot one thing. I forgot a wrench. I needed a 9/16. I've got those pieces of unistrut that are in the forms, so they expose flush to the inside of the foundation, and forgot a wrench. So my pliers worked. I dug them out of there. It worked pretty good. I didn't want to film it because I wanted to make sure I could get them all without having to go back to the house. I didn't want to jinx it. So they're out now. It's good. All right, what a difference a day makes, or 2 days. It's pretty nice up here. Sun's out. Got a good view out to the west. Everything looks pretty good. A line of clouds kind of right here. Sort of rolling. I don't know which way it's rolling. Anyway, I brought the work truck up because I needed the generator. I've got a little bathtub issue going on here. I got to drill a drain hole. I have a weep hole in there, but it's not enough, so I'm going to drill another one there. And one of my sleeves scooted over into the wall there, so it's kind of not working. I'm going to drill a sleeve for 1.5 inch pipe out to where the solar panel goes. So let's see, I'll get set up and start working. I guess on the menu today is we're going to drill the holes, and then, well, I've got nothing in there. I'm going to go ahead and waterproof around the perimeter, and that way I can goop up around the pipes and everything. And then I'm going to put the perf pipe in around the perimeter as well, and then I've got some fabric for over the top of it. So I'll just kind of take you along with me here. That drain, and if we have another low spot, we'll just drill it there as well. That'll work for now. I'll get my broom out, clean that up. gonna go like that. All right, I'm gonna abandon ship on the water and ice. I had just enough and I ruined a piece. Wasn't paying attention and it folded in half. I may run home. I've got a couple cans of waterproofing I can roll on there, but it's nice to have, nice thought, not absolutely necessary. I may just continue on without it. All right, so I want to get this thing across the road on the back of one of the other trucks, just because it's kind of muddy on the way up there, and I'll have a better chance of, it'd be easier to get it up there than depending on, or assuming I can take a trailer up there. So I could load it on the truck with any of the forklifts, no problem, but if I can't get it off with that, then there's no point in it. So what I'm gonna do is just see if I can lift it high enough to get it on the truck. I'll have a height advantage on the other side of the road just because I got a bank that I can unload it from, but we'll just see if I can hook this thing up and get it high enough to put it on the pickup. And I can put it on the pickup right now. It would hurt nothing to sit around for however long it takes until I get a chance to go do it. So let's see what happens. Alright, well that worked. I think we'll be okay. I'm going to plug that truck in tonight. It did not want to start. Probably too dark to see. I'm going to put the bucket back on, shut that thing down, and looks like I'll probably try to get all that done tomorrow. I forgot I hooked the lights back up. All right, another nice day up here. While I was time-lapsing the sunrise, I was getting my excavator up here. It's been overheating still. I think I've tracked it. I think the cap's bad on it. I don't know if I said that before. I got to order another cap. If I said that before, I neglected to do it. I need to do it. So it's cooling down right now. I got it up here. I'm going to go ahead and bring this gravel in with buckets to come over this, over the top of this drain. I have this battle drain, kind of corrugated plastic with a kind of like a permeable membrane on it, like a filter fabric glued to it, so that the plastic is against, flat plastic is against the concrete, and then whatever moisture gets, in along the edge then runs down in the plastic and into the drain. Simple, it doesn't have to be real fancy. I really don't even need it, but I had the material. It's using up all my material piles from the house. So what I'm gonna do is cover that drain with gravel and then get the excavator in here, probably move the mixer out and start backfilling, and get all the backfilling done with the excavator that I can. I've got a pile of dirt right here behind this log, so I'll move the log, get the dirt, put it around there, and then what I can do is I've got kind of high ground here, a little bank that I can reach over and pick that up and bring it in here and set it on there. I've got some tape to seal the bottom, but I'd like to get it set on there today and then get everything out of here. Well, that scared the crap out of me. All of a sudden gave a big bang and the bucket pin popped out. Well, that would be the best thing if it fits. Okay. I don't think I could have come up with a better emergency than that. I'll just keep an eye on that. I was going to drive that in there if that didn't work. Okay, I got a little bit of, tiny bit more dirt to push here. It's not great dirt moving weather. Everything's kind of wet. So I'm going to shove around what I can shove around and then drop that can on there. I have this area, I'm right at the ridge of this thing, and right over there, I know the sun's in your eye, right over there, they had a processor set up when they logged this, and so it's, you know, a couple feet deep in bark, and so I'll probably leave the excavator here and come back with the dumper and then make loads of that just to put all around all of this area. Not awesome to walk on, but it's better than mud, and it'll just kind of work into the dirt till I do something more permanent, if I do something more permanent. All right, a little bit more dirt to push and then we'll move that can. it smooth enough. It's all sitting flush all the way around. Pull the shackles. I don't have the welder here. I have to come back. I may do it today because it's dry. I don't think I'll get another chance for a while. Maybe I'll wait. Maybe it doesn't matter. All right, we're in the can here. You can see I've got easy a foot. I got some condensation here, probably because it was sitting right on the floor earlier. So we'll see what happens in here, and we'll mitigate that somehow if we need to. But you can see you got those bent metal pieces I put in there. Most of them are weldable. Some of them I'm probably just going to come up with a wedge and a pry bar to shove that down, and I just need a little tack weld at each one for 16 of them, and it won't go anywhere. So that'll be one project next. It's sitting here really good right now, so vents are there, so those should work. Oh, I never did pull off that tape. I'm gonna leave that tape there just in case I gotta do something else for the ceiling. All right. Okay, I took the other rig home, picked up a wheelbarrow and a pitchfork. Before I left with the Mini, I went ahead and moved this pile of bark and stuff out of there. It was pretty extensive, but I threw it up here. Winter's just coming on. I kind of feel like I was going to tear up more ground trying to bring these chips in here with the dumper, and I didn't really have time today to go get it. So what I did is I moved this to here. I brought my wheelbarrow, brought the pitchfork. I walk up here almost every day. I can come up and move a few wheelbarrows at a time and patch this in around here as I go, because it's really probably going to be till like or 4 months before it's easy to get up here again. I might get the other truck up here with the welder to weld that down, but that's going to be about it. But it looks about like I imagined it would. I'm happy with it. The ground's going to come up a little bit more in landscape. Solar panel's going to go over here facing south, and probably the wind tower behind it over there. That'll be a different video. I'm going to leave those form panels up here. They keep doing their last job, and I think I'll get one more, maybe two more out of them. Over in here, I'm probably going to pour some footings, pretty good size ones. 3 of them anyway, maybe 4, but they'll be, I can make some 2x2 boxes out of these forms to make that happen. And that's all kind of close to this road over here. I'll walk out here to where I'll build it, to where I can bring it in fairly easy. It won't be far away. So the road here coming in really isn't that far from where I want to put it, so there's not a lot of trees in the way right there now, so whatever I bring in, I can get over that way. And these trees will grow up as they do, and we'll get some more bark down. So that'll probably be it for up here for this project. Probably got enough footage to post it. Feels like it's been going on for a while. All right, I'm back up here for a little bonus footage. We got a bunch of rain last week, rained all week, but then there's supposed to be a big one coming in, 3 to 5 in this area and maybe 9 inches in the next 4 days, just a little north of here. And so I've been up here spreading chips around here, just to kind of finish backfilling, and I'm gonna weld this can down because I could still get my truck up here. So that's what I'm gonna do today. You can see these little bends that I got here. Just some of these I have to tap down or wedge down, so I'm just gonna kind of go around in a circle and see which ones I can tack down so it doesn't move, then I can smash the rest of them down. And I only need a little tack weld on each of the spots and it won't move, but everything's set and ready. All right, fog's blowing in and out. That's kind of cool. You get moments where you can see. Come on, there you go. Moments where you can see everything. All right, that was somewhere between 10 and 12, or excuse me, 10 and 15 wheelbarrows, about what I wanted to do. The main part was just getting that thing attached. Oops, hang on. The main thing was just getting that attached to the foundation and getting that step in. So I'm good there. I can come up any old crappy day after work and shovel chips, but I got some chores to do, so I'll take a last look around this afternoon, head home. Thanks for watching.